Rise and shine, Wild Pack. It's Bernadette, and I'm here with your daily pick a card tarot reading for Wednesday. What is today? It is the 11th. Woo, the 11th. Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Yay! I'm hoping you can hear me. I got all the tech drama figured out, I think, except for I think I started the Friday. Good morning from Montana. But I think I started the Friday live instead of the today live. Whatever. Everybody's here. Yay, you can hear me. Woo, 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 woo. Y'all, big goings on today. I'm telling you. A bunch of y'all are taking this Lionsgate portal opening really seriously. Really seriously. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so let me get through the housekeeping. Thank you so much to Teapot. My moderator, thank you for Amy, who will troubleshoot pretty much everything, and that's interesting. Just thank you, Amy. Just know I'm very grateful. I did open Fridays. I don't know, Kelly, what the HE double hockey sticks I'm doing. Truly, honestly. From Portugal. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, you guys, listen, just so you know, I'm trying to figure out an evening to do. I've got so many people begging me to do these, do a live or two on the evenings because they're like West Coast or in another country or whatever. So just know I'm trying to figure it out. I've got a Wednesday night class going and then I'm going to move into that. But thank you to my moderators. It was kind of cool last time. We didn't have any weirdo spammers or anything, so that was neat. And I will ask you kindly if you enjoy these readings or anything that I do. It would be super awesome if you would share the videos. That would be super groovy. If you are new, welcome, welcome. And to the Metaphysical Madness. And for all of my longtime subscribers, you know I love you. I mean, for real, seriously love you. You guys are always so kind to me when I fumble around over here. Thank God I'm a good psychic medium and shamanic practitioner. Because the rest of life just seems to escape me. Anyway, all right, so we're going to get started, and I'm going to actually do something super different today. I am going to trade you all. We're going to make a trade. And what that means is, if you've got an Arc Oracle and Tarot deck, would you just plop in, hey, Dawn Simpson. Yeah, I was like, I know you. Oh my gosh, Dawn, is your husband still doing custom shelving? Just type in the chat. Dawn Simpson, is your husband still doing custom shelving? And would he do a small job here in Gainesville? Maybe, possibly, for me. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, if you all have an Arc Tarot and Oracle deck, would you please... No, he's not doing it anymore. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. Would you plop in there, just say Arc or yes? Arc or yes, I want to know. Wrong Dawn. Oh, sorry. Really? I know a Dawn Simpson. Maybe I've got the wrong Dawn. Yep, just like you said. My bad. Okay, so excellent. So I'm going to trade you all. If you have not left an Amazon review, I need Amazon reviews, y'all. I do. It's got to be an honest review, though. Honest. So if you're willing to put an Amazon review up, I'm willing to flip a card for you today. Just for you. Which is what I was going to do anyways. Just go to the people I was drawn to, because that's what I was told to do this morning. I got you, babe. Mary Margaret Spooner, does that mean that you already left a review or that you will leave a review? So I tell you what, if you have not left a review and you will leave a review, just put in the chat, will review, and I will flip a card. All right. Excellent. All right, Kelly, wonderful. All right. So Mary Margaret, I think that means, okay, Teapot, do me a favor. Teapot, please start, or Amy, Amy, please do this. Start keeping a list of everybody. Amy, please keep a list of everybody that's saying will review. And I'm going to go back up to Mary Margaret Spooner. I think that's what she meant. Oh, Kenny Snuggles, I love that. Okay, I think that's what she meant. Right, I know, Teapot. I'll catch you. You know I flip cards for you anytime. All right, Mary. Okay, excellent. So, all right. So she did say, all right. So it was right. Okay, so we're starting. Amy, we're starting with Mary Margaret Spooner, and then go on down. I can't keep track of it and do readings too. So Amy Pittman, please keep track of everybody that reads. I will or will review so I can start flipping cards. Okay. Also, Amy, you can text it to me. I've got my text open right here. I don't have Facebook open, but you can text it to me. Just text me as we go along who's next. I know I'm springing this on you at the absolute last possible second, Amy. I know. Help me out, sister. I'll help you out. All right. Mary Margaret Spooner, this is for you. And it's got to be an honest review, you guys. If there's something that irks you about the deck or you know, like more than else, you know, and if it's a testimonial because you just love it, love it, love it, that's awesome too. But I've got to get my reviews up. Okay, Mary Margaret Spooner. Chameleon has shown up for you today. Ooh, that's a big one. You know, this is really interesting about chameleons, and it comes up in almost every time that I do a reading, then chameleon shows up, which is weird because they don't often show up, whereas the other lizards like Komodo dragon or gecko, they tend to show up more often. Now, a lot of people think that chameleons change color due to their emotions, like they're a mood ring or something, right? But actually they don't. What happens, and they think their skin changes color, but they don't. What happens with a chameleon is they change colors based on the temperature. So if it's super hot or it's super chilly or whatever, it has to do with them changing color. And their skin doesn't change color. They have zillions and zillions of little crystals, beansy little crystals that reflect light. And on them, they have the ability to like move those crystals around like a Hubble telescope. It's the most fascinating thing ever. And so, Mary Margaret, what I'm feeling for you with this card coming out, you know, certainly anytime we see like a brightly colored animal, a peacock, a macaw, a parrot, you know, really any animal that's brightly colored, it's always a call for us to show our true colors. But what I'm feeling for you is that there's some situation you're in, Mary Margaret, where you're expected to zig, and what you should do is zag. And what I mean by that is people are looking at you and thinking, oh, well, it's this way, but you know it's not. It's actually the opposite way. And don't bend to what they're thinking for you or of you. Go with I don't even want to say go with what's in your gut. Go with what's in your head, because you're really smart. You're like super smart. And you've got a plan. And it's like you've got all of these hidden resources. And it's not like you're hiding them because you're being duplicitous or anything. It's just, I don't know that the people around you can see all of your pieces, parts, and how really shiny they are. But I keep hearing the word crystals, crystals, crystals in my head. And Mary Margaret, do you collect crystals? Are you a crystal healer? Are you, you know, I don't even know. There's something also about, oh my God, Mary. See, this is why I looked over at the chat, because I was like, I heard the word crystals for you, Mary Margaret. And then I heard the word scammer, and I looked over and there it is. Okay. Oh, Mary Margaret, you've been looking into dragons. No wonder a lizard showed up for you. That makes total perfect sense. So, also, I think I saw somebody ask about leaving a review for the readings. Yes. When my new website, the Wild Pack Wisdom Forums is up, and I'm still working on the site that's just my site, just about me and my readings and all that. Because you guys know I have several large resource sites across the internet. Whatismyspiritanimal.com, buildingbeautifulsouls.com, witchesandwitchcraft.com. But I am building a site that's just about Bernadette and her readings and the arc and all that stuff. And yes, you will be able to. Thank you for asking. But Mary Margaret, there is something about crystals with you. And so I would tell you that, I don't know, there's something. I don't even know. But something really important about crystals for you at this time. And so whatever it is that you're thinking about with crystals, wanting to do with crystals, do it. And if you're in the middle of it, do more of it and do faster. I hope that's helpful. Okay. God almighty, who is next? Wrong Dawn. Mary Margaret. Amy Pittman. Who's next after Mary Margaret? Text me, please. I've already lost my place. Dirt. Already lost my place. I think it was, okay, Laura Garrigan. Okay, great. Laura Garrigan. I know Kelly B was on there. Okay, yep. I'm going to go to Kelly B, and then Laura Garrigan is in between. Kelly B, I'm going to you next, and then you're next, Laura. Okay, Kelly. Okay, this is, don't take this the wrong way. It's not, it's meant, please take this in the spirit in which it's meant. And I'm very drawn to my mouth, and I'm wondering if you have a speaking thing that you're working on, a presentation thing that you're working on. I don't feel like there's a block in your throat chakra. I feel like you're just not sure of the words that you want to say about a particular, or to a particular person, or about a particular situation. And you're just really weighing and measuring your words very carefully. And it's good that you're doing that, because something is going to get, okay, Kelly B, listen up, sis. Something is going to get revealed to you about this person or this situation or whatever it is. And it's information that you didn't have before. And it's really important for you to have this information. So the other, that's my best pig I could do this morning, y'all. I was up at 4:00 this morning. Pig, 10 of Pentacles. Now, let me tell you something. Wow. Okay. Just a second ago, I was like, oh, the words. 10 of Pentacles is all about true wealth. And so when I take a look at this, I am seeing gold, literally the gold pentacles come out of your mouth. The gold pentacles come out of your mouth. So, Kelly B, I don't know what this is that you need to say, that you need to do, that you're considering. But it is, you're on the right track, like righter than you know. And it's gonna, let me tell you guys what I'm doing while I'm looking like this while I'm reading Kelly. I've gone to the bottom of the chat so that I can see the people that I'm reading respond, so I can for sure good that I get them right. So and I know I'm rambling, but I'm in psychic mediumship shamanic mode right now, and I'm focused right now on Lily or Kelly. Okay, oh right, you're not really talking to people because of situations. Okay, so see, that's the thing. But what you've got to know about that is you're right. You're so right. And when you do go to say those words, here's this. See the piggies? Right? Okay. I usually can do a pig squeal pretty well, but my throat chakra is about talked out and it's only Wednesday. Okay, listen. This is also a family card, and it's true wealth. And you see one piggy giving the other piggy a smooch. I had a situation last week. Y'all, you can't know how I wanted to fillet this person. You just can't know. Oh, I wanted to fillet them. But just like I'm telling you, Kelly, I had another piece of information come to me, and I was like, oh, I would have been right. I would have been in the right. But the way I would have gone about it would have been very wrong, because it would have been lacking in compassion and lacking coming from a place of love. And so for you, I don't feel like it's so much about compassion or love, but understanding, because a couple of the things that you think you know, you're going to get more information, and the first information you got was wrong, Ola. But you're making the right decision to just keep it all quiet for now. But when you do open your mouth, gold pentacles are going to fall from it. And I also feel like that's not just the relationships or the situations. It's also about, there's some kind of a money thing that you've got cooking in your head. And if you'll say the right things at the right time, and you'll weigh and measure those words very carefully, it really will show up for you as coin, as wealth. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to scooter poop on. Family, got it, coming at me. Ah, there we go. That makes sense. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm looking at my text to see who's next. Um, eh, oh, right, Laura, you're next. Laura Garrigan. Okay, Laura. Oh my God, Laura, my face just exploded. Well, my psychic eye just exploded in a rainbow of colors. Do you work with color a lot? Are you an artist? Do you do color therapy? I don't even know, but all I can see are like big streaks of color, rainbow colors, but lots of other colors too, but lots of colors in lots of different shapes and measurements and whatever. And it just makes me want to giggle. It makes me want to smile. It makes me want to laugh because it just feels so good. And there's something about you're welcome, Kelly. Hold on, let me pull the animal for you. Hold on, I'm setting the intention for Laura Garrigan. You guys, I know I act weird when I'm doing readings, but when I'm focused on one person, I've got to get in the This is awesome. Okay, let me tell you something about this card. You're welcome. Okay. Laura Garrigan, the weasel is the Seven of Swords. And while a lot of, listen, the traditional tarot card meanings of the Seven of Swords, it can be a little divisive. It can be about, maybe things that are going on behind your back, being deceived, or you being the person that's deceitful. I don't get all of that here. And when I step into the weasel card and the weasel energy as a spirit totem and power animal, it's about people wearing masks. Like it asks you not to wear a mask, just to be yourself. It tells you to be careful. It portends potentially or gives you an omen that somebody that you're working with is not being authentic. They're wearing a mask. But honest to goodness, the only thing that yeah, the index is off, Mary. Sorry. It was on the printer and I got thousands of decks before I even knew it was like that. They made a boof. I couldn't do anything about it. Okay. So, but thank you. So what I'm saying, oh, there you go. So Laura, you've been working on your third eye, getting back into your creativity. So Laura Garrigan, does your creativity have to do with color, a lot of color? But let me tell you something. I've never gotten this from the Seven of Swords card ever. I've been reading for 30 years. I've never gotten this. So interesting, Laura Garrigan, which is, I'm not seeing the masks like people are wearing a mask or you're wearing a mask. What I'm seeing is actual painted masks, like Mardi Gras masks or any kind of party where there's like a masquerade or anything. So I don't know if you're working on those or that's part of your creativity, but you are, strangely, you're being called, get on Etsy, not Etsy, but get on Pinterest, girl, and start looking at like custom painted, custom bejeweled, whatever masks. I don't know why this is supposed to be important to you. I've never ever gotten this from I've never gotten that. It's a big message. But the other thing is, don't be fooled by weasel. Let me tell you why. Every animal is going to mean something different for every reader. And once you all establish your relationship with the animals in the arc or any animals anywhere, they will have a unique relationship that's unique to you. So for instance, my sister's totem, her entire life has been a weasel. They're smart. They can get in and out. They themselves are not duplicitous. So, when you hear like, oh, sneaky as a weasel or, watch them, this person is a weasel. It's not like that. It's not really like that with weasels, right? There are other animals that'll play a joke on you faster. Ravens, crows, foxes, coyotes and wolves and foxes, they'll outsmart you every dang time. So, even cats will play jokes, right? Well, a lot of animals will, but you see where I'm going. So when this card comes out in a reading that I do, it reminds me of my sister. And then it reminds me of all of the ways that she is weasel-like and loves weasel. And one of those things is they're extremely resourceful. So if you've just got like something going on, that you're like, well, I don't really know where I'm going to get the resources to do this, ask Weasel Energy to work with you. You'll have those resources like that. It's like they'll appear out of nowhere. All right, Mary Margaret, I hope that was helpful. Not Mary Margaret, Laura. Laura, I hope that was helpful. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get to as many of you all as I humanly possibly can. All right, Christine Beckett. Christine Beckett, I hope you're still here. Ooh, Shelly St. Aubin. I'm glad you're here this morning. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. I'm going to flip another card for you. Hold on a second. Kimberly Beckett, I'm going to flip another card for you, but I just put Weasel back in the deck. I shuffled the deck a couple of times and it came again. But I am drawing another card for you because I'm being told that there's a seesaw thing that you're on. My body wants to do this. It just wants to rock back and forth and rock back and forth and rock back and forth. And unless you're doing Stevie Wonder impressions, you know, I just feel like there's something you're rocking back and forth about. Now, here's the good thing about it. Dang, sister. With sound effects even. Everybody can do a rooster. 3 of Wands. That is the Rise and Shine card. So this is the thing. When I take a look at, and this is for Christine Beckett, right? Yep. Y'all, just so you know, when you get a reading with me, I hardly remember your name when I'm doing a reading just for you. I go into your energy, and your energy doesn't care what your name is. Just, well, your soul doesn't care what your name is, just so you know. Your spirit cares, your soul doesn't. Christine, I keep seeing, Christine Beckett, I keep seeing some tie to England and family coat of arms, you know, that kind of thing. Do you have some like deep ties to England? Is there some kind of conversation going on about a family coat of arms? Or is that like it's just naturally been a part of your family, this coat of, I just keep seeing it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what that is for you, but let me tell you what this is. When you take a look at the 7 of Swords, which is about the devil is in the details, you want to look at all the details and you want to go over them, and maybe even have somebody else look at them. I don't know. There is something going on. Oh, your family's from there. Okay, that makes good sense. Do you have a coat of arms, Christine? Let me just say, if you don't have your family's coat of arms, there's something about you've got to get it. You've got to find it. Or even just that you've got to look for it, because there's something about your family coat of arms that's going to be a thing. If it's not already a thing, it's a thing. It's going to be a thing. But when this comes out, the Rise and Shine card, okay, Christine, are you also having something go on with your family? Because again, these readings are not about me. They're about y'all, right? They're about the wild pack, or they're, you know, a client or whomever, right? But again, I establish a particular relationship with the cards. And for me, this card is deeply meaningful. Oh my gosh. And they both came out for you. So this is, other than the Bear card, which is the Queen of Pentacles, this card is my mom. Because every morning that I ever was at home, she would wake me up gently. Rise and shine, Bernadette, rise and shine. And she said it like that for as long as she was on this earth. And I was at home. I was at the house, right? When things were not great for me, I was doubting myself, or things were leaning sideways and, you know, my world was toppling over. She'd go, hey, jerk yourself up by your bootstraps. It's time to rise and shine. And just like that, she'd cock her head to the side. And then she'd, if my sister is watching, my real sister, I don't think she is. I didn't see her name. Oh, excellent. Your mom still, oh, so is this mediumship? Wait, Christine, has your mom passed? Anyway, my mom used to do this thing with her glasses. She'd go rise and shine, and she'd do her glasses like that. Okay, wait, it's a piece. It is. Okay, I don't know. There's something about that. I don't know. Something about when you said your mom still communicates with you. If she's passed over, I need to know that, because she might be trying to come through. And there is, I really did have an awesome mom, Alpha Numerica 1. Also, Which is why it's always such an honor when you guys call me Mama Bear. I hope to be half the mom, a quarter of the mom she ever was to even one of you guys. Oh, wow. Christine, I'm very sorry. Okay. Y'all, I would love to go into mediumship today, but as you all saw, Monday? Oh, it was Monday. When those who've crossed over start to come through, it can't be like these readings. I can't say just one or two things and then move on about my merry business. It's a visitation from the other side, and cutting them short, I won't do that to any of them. Let me just say this. I got a bunch of emails last week, a bunch of people asking me about mediumship, which was weird because then on Monday, a gal was here. It was Jules first, and I'm not calling you out, Jules. There were so many people that are on here that were there on Monday, right? And so all of that said, it can't be like that. It can't just be one or two messages and then I ask them to go away. But for the people that emailed me about mediumship this past week, just asking me a bunch of questions, let me just say this: people are not dead. Your energy has transmuted and it's changed forms, but the same as if you were standing right in front of me right now and we were talking and we're establishing a relationship, you have a relationship with people on the other side. That's why each medium can get and usually does different messages from different people, because what your mom, Christine, who's crossed over, what she might say to me or appear to me, she may not to the next medium or whatever. So we all establish our relationship. So for those of you that are working on developing your mediumship abilities, just remember that it's not a one size fits all. Thank God for us chunky people. And I'll make the pig noise again. So, cause I've gone into full on heifer status, y'all. Okay. So, yeah, there's something about your mom. There's something about your coat of arms and rising and shining. And so, just one more thing, man. I hope you get this. Christine, I'm hearing a voice say, tell her to lick the spoon. Damn it. And she really is saying darn it, but she means damn it. She just couldn't really push herself to say that word. So I don't know if there's something that you're going through like that is health related, and you're like, no gluten, no baked goods, no this, no that. But it's like you're denying or depriving yourself of something. And I'm hearing, tell her to lick the spoon. Life's too short. Lick the spoon. Man, Christine, I hope you know what that means. Okay, I am moving on. Let me look at, my heart goes out to you, Christine. I'm sending you a giant mama bear hug because I know what it's like to lose your mom. I do. And I don't know you, but your energy doesn't strike me as very old. And so I'm thinking I don't know, she might have been an older parent. If she wasn't a physically older parent, just a really wise person. Okay, Shelly St. Aubin. Ooh, I'm glad you showed up today, Shelly St. Aubin. You've been on my mind. I don't know why, but you've been on my mind. And I'm going to say it again. If anybody's seen or heard from Ta Red, who's normally around with us, Kimberly, thank you so much. Yeah, I'd love to know, because she just kind of disappeared and I'm worried about her. Y'all don't know this. Don't tell anybody I told you, but I think about you guys and I worry about you. When you guys send me emails and whatnot, I'm like, oh my God, I want to fix this for them. Or, oh my God, my heart is hurting. They're going through this. Woo, Shelly St. Aubin. Let me make sure that's who I'm going to. Why, yes, I am. Man, I hope you're still here, Shelly, because the cheetah card has shown up for you. Now, I happen to know, I think you posted it somewhere, so I'm not going to sell you out, but you posted it somewhere, so I saw it. You just I won't sell you out because I don't remember where I read it, but you've just recently been through a situation and you made some big decisions about where to go in life and who to do it with. And this card shows up, the cheetah for you, and of course I'm very drawn to they're not here, but they're here, the black marks. And there's an African tale about how Cheetah got those black marks coming down out of her eyes, and it has to do with grief. It has to do with grief over losing her cubs. But the other thing I keep hearing, Catherine Windsor, okay, how are you? But the other thing I keep hearing for you, Shelly, is cheetah. Like, that person's such a cheetah. Like, cheetah. That, like the slang kind of thing, right? I know I look so hip, don't I? All right, I'm gonna start beatboxing here in a minute. I did learn how to yodel while I was gone. I hadn't gotten very good at it yet, but I did learn how to yodel while I was on vacation. It was fun. That whole family can yodel, y'all. You've never seen anything till you've seen 8 people standing around yodeling in perfect harmony. It's mesmerizing. And I have video, but I have been forbidden. None of them want to be outed on Facebook or anything, so I can't share the video, but it's miraculous. Anyway, what I'm wondering is if there was some duplicitousness, there was some not honesty stuff that might have led to your decision. And I just really feel like that's probably the case. And I keep seeing the speed with which cheetahs can move, which is no joke. I feel like you're spinning, like you're really, everything is going by in a blur. You're moving very fast. You're thinking very fast. Your emotions are just You got to slow down. Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Okay. So kick down those cobblestones and feel groovy. Because whatever has got you in a you got to stop that. And here's why. I just feel like you're you're being called to do something that you're just not even really sure what it would look like. You're not sure what it would feel like, but I don't even know what it is. It could be something as simple as join a book club, a poetry club, a cooking class, a whatever. I don't know. Readings and healings. I don't know. I don't even know. But there's something that keeps pinging you. And you just keep turning your head. Please turn around and look at that ping and just open yourself up to be shown what it really can look like. Because if you'll step into the energy, it could be something else. I mean, you could be more deeply fulfilled than you have been in a gajillion years. Cheetah, look it up. Whatismyspiritanimal.com. Cheetah, it's on there. Okay. Hey, how about you? I'm such a dork. How about you look in the book from the Ark? It's in there too. This is why marketing is just not, I don't even know. Okay, actually I'm pretty good at marketing, but it mystifies me every time I'm talking about myself. It's always easier to do it for other people. Okay, so here we go. Who's next? All right. I'm clicking. Okay, so now I am. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't. Yikes. I'm not really sure how okay, listen, for you next 4 people, the next 4 people are Artful Acknowledgement, Jules first, Kimberly Lennon, Ferrari, and Kenny Snuggles. Who doesn't love Kenny Snuggles? What a great name. I just am not sure the order that y'all were in, and I apologize profusely. So I'm just going to go from the top down, and that's Artful Acknowledgement. This card should absolutely, positively light you up, warm your heart, because the 3 of Pentacles with that super cootie pie little mousy mouse is just like the most heartwarming card ever. Now, in traditional tarot card meanings, you take a look at the 3 of Pentacles, and it's all about collaboration and building something beautiful. While I'm talking to you, I'm compelled to find that card so I can show you. I've already forgotten your name, but I hope you know who you are. Lordy, let me look at it again. Artful Acknowledgement. Okay. The Three of Pentacles is the scene where the three people are standing in what looks to be like a church or, some kind of castle or holy place or whatever. And when I first looked at the card, when I was a young reader, I was like, that's a baby. And then I looked in the guidebook and was like, nope, that's a blueprint. But to me, what this gal is holding in her hands, the nun, what she's holding in her hands, it has always reminded me of a baby. But then again, when you're trying to build something, when you are making the blueprint of something, you're making your schematic, here it is, you're getting your plan together. So that's the traditional tarot card. And you know what? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit just told me, y'all know what I'm going to do? Well, you know what Amy's going to do? I'm going to take a deck of my cards and I'm going to glue the Rider-Waite card to the back of it. I don't know why I never thought of that before. And that way I have them right here at my hand. Dirt. So if you take a look at the traditional meanings of that, I thought at first they were like getting married and they were standing there with a baby or the baby was getting baptized or whatever. But here's the thing. There is something that you're going through and you're being asked to go about it under the radar, or there's something that you want to create or build. Just do it under the radar for the moment. Wait until you've got kind of your nest built and then open the doors. And I don't know what that means, but it should mean something. It should mean something because what I'm seeing. So, thank you all so much. For those of you leaving reviews, I really appreciate it. For whatever reason, this is a card about collaboration. And so let's say that you've got something that you're building or something that you want to do. It'll be a collaboration for sure because you will need other people to help you, but it's your baby. It's you. So the rest of the people that would be involved, they have to adhere to your vision, and you've got to make sure of that. Now, what mouse tells us as a spirit totem and power animal, first of all, rats, mice, that kind of thing. In Chinese zodiac, Chinese astrology, the year of the rat, anybody born, with rat as their Chinese zodiac sign, you are shrewd in business, shrewd in life, and you're smart. And you move quickly because you can make decisions quickly. But you're always under the radar, always under the radar, always under the radar. And if you've never found a mature mouse nest or a rat's nest, and when I mean mature, like one that's been there for a while, you just can't even know the things that they can find that they'll make part of their nest. It's truly incredible. The other thing that's truly incredible is when other people can't get into some place, they're there banging on the doors, trying to knock down the building to get in. A mouse is looking around going, oh, and in the mouse goes. You've got a talent for seeing openings and opportunities that other people don't have, but you don't act on them as much as you should. And you're being shown that now so much that I really hope you are still here and you are seeing this, because it's no joke. Whatever it is that you're seeing that other people are not seeing, you're right, and act on it. Now, let me just say this. I think I've seen a couple of people chime in that this reading is really syncing with them, even though technically it's for Artful Acknowledgement. That said, if you're here, there's no coincidence. Even though it's for Artful Acknowledgement, it's going to be for you too. If it's resonating with you, you can take this away. That's how it works in platform readings always, really. It's not, I've never done group readings or platform readings or whatever where Spirit didn't send a message that was relevant for multiple people in the group, no matter who you were reading. Okay. All right. So next we've got, I hope that was helpful. Artful acknowledgement. Moving on to Jules first. Okay. Jules. By the way, I got your email, Jules. Thank you very much. And I am going to respond. And just so everybody knows, I'm pretty sure you guys know, I have been running my best friend's company, GatorCountry.com, for 12 years. And so I don't really work for him because he's my best friend, but I just make sure his company doesn't fall down around his ears and take care of everything on the web. It's one of the 10 largest college sports sites in the country. Like, I care about sports. But I care about him, and he's got one of the largest forum communities on the internet, especially in SEC sports. And we're going through a sale right now. So if you guys are trying to get a hold of me and I just can't get back to you, sorry. I'm sorry, just so you know. But I did get your email, Jules, and I will get back to you. And the card that has come for you, fascinating, is the Raven, which is the Magician. This card, it came out wasn't it the Magician card yesterday in the daily reading, in the pick a card reading? Yeah, right, Lily? Wow, that's crazy. This card rarely shows up, but here's what I will tell you, Jules. Okay, first of all, I smell hey, a good duka rewada wada on. You are not Padawan, and so you got to go. Look at this. I'm using magic and I'm blocking this scammer. Fantastic. Okay. Raven as the Magician. I would really encourage you to watch yesterday's reading. If you weren't on the live yesterday, I would really encourage that, because a lot of that is going to still hold true today. But when I step into your energy, Jules, and I see what the Raven and Magician has to do for you specifically, you can get so caught up in your daily grind. And I feel like you're an analyzer. You analyze, almost like a Virgo. They analyze. I feel like you don't make the time to do your own sacred work. Oh my God. UC NASA UC. Really? Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. Had to block those people. Okay. You've got to take time to do that. Now, I'm going to speak to you from personal experience, because I can get so caught up in being of service and doing what I do that a week or two will go by and I'll go, I didn't meditate. Now, I am not promoting meditation. I'm the world's worst. But when I say meditate for me, that's to check in with spirit to make sure I'm saying the right things, I'm doing the right things, I'm being of service as much as, I've agreed with spirit I'm going to be, which is what I did when I was on vacation. I sat in the middle of, thousands of acres of land with the ancestors of the Native Americans and the bison and the buffalo and all that, feeling them and listening. And I was told to take a huge pivot. I mean, it's not a huge pivot, but really just jump into the teaching space way, way, way more. And I was kind of surprised by that, but then so many other, and the healing space, and then so many messages came as the result of my sitting in silence, doing my sacred work, whether you call it prayer, manifestation, whatever, but you've really got to do that, because there's something about you that you should be doing, Jules, or that you're kind of interested in, but you're just not really sure that you're interested in for real, but you should be, and you will be at some point. You actually are crazy powerful at it. And this could be even something like a promotion at work. It could be something you want to achieve personally. And I keep hearing a voice say, now is your time to fly. Now is your time to fly. Now, birds, as a general rule, their symbolism and their meaning, it's about that. I mean, they're always going to be, any bird that is ever pulled for any of y'all, it will either be now is the time not to fly, or now is the time to fly and spread your wings. But that doesn't always come through for everybody in a reading. But I just feel like you've been being pulled, Jules first, I feel like you've been being pulled ahead to take flight, and you've been pulling back like a donkey, just pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. Okay. So, yeah, I hope that's really helpful. Okay. Moving on. Wow. Okay. So Kimberly Lennon Ferrari. Okay. Did I already flip for you, Kim? Oh, wow. Flightless Bird is a song. Wow. Kimberly, I don't remember if I pulled for you or not. I'm going to pull anyway. Can somebody tell me if I don't know why her name is stuck in my head. Did I already pull for Kimberly? I literally don't remember, y'all. It was 15 minutes ago. I don't even remember. That's why it's called being in an altered state of reality. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shelly. That's sweet. I really appreciate that. All right, Kimberly Lennon, are you still here? Ferrari. I'm going to call you the Ferrari. Okay, so Teapot. Actually, what I'm doing today is for people that are willing to leave an honest review, or a if you have the ARC and you're willing to leave an honest review and testimonial, and I want it to be honest, then I'm pulling a card for you. I need reviews, and I very rarely do it like this. And for those of you that are new, I hope you understand. I hope you understand. It's first for me, and I'll probably do it a few more times over the months. Oh, and you know what? Starting next week, you guys, I'm going to do a giveaway every live. I'm going to give away like an ARC book, or like a 15-minute reading, or a half an hour reading, or an ARC deck. I'm going to start doing giveaways every point. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Kimberly, I haven't seen you in the chat. I'm really hoping you're still here. Kimberly, I hope you're still here. You got to try Triceratops. I can't even tell you how fantastic that is. I love it. Oh yeah, thank you, Don. That's true. If you're liking this, hit the thumbs up. It really helps Amazon. It really helps YouTube think that I'm worth a poo, and they'll get my stuff out to more people. And it's not really my stuff. It's the spirit animal stuff. That's who I do it all for, by the way. Oh, by the way, and for those of you that just recently supported my Kickstarter, Don, I got your email. Thank you for your offer. I appreciate it more than I can tell you. I'm fixing to send out a big update. And this is blowing my mind, this update, but I'm fixing to send it out. Okay, so I know, right? Alpha Numerica 1, this card has only come out maybe 3 times, maybe 4 or 5 times in the few years that the ARC has been out. Anyway, so the Triceratops. Kimberly, I'm going to make this quick because I don't see that you're still here. I hope you are. Okay. So Aisha, you don't do a review, honey, if you haven't bought the deck. It's gotta be honest, right? I'm not trolling for dishonest anything. I can't do that. The energy, it's not my way. It's not my ethical wheelhouse, but it's bad mojo. Please don't do that. So here we go. Triceratops. So this is the thing. Forever, scientists have tried to figure out exactly why the Triceratops puts their frill out, right? They're just not really sure. There are a number of different theories, and one of them being it was a mating thing, kind of like when peacocks spread their feathers, or other birds do a dance, or different animals, like the blue-footed booby will do their thing, blah, 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 blah. They do their little dance, dancing herons. Really every animal, every insect, every reptile, everything. Well, I don't know that reptiles have I don't know that they have a mating dance they do so much. Is maybe they just, I don't know. I gotta believe they do. But Kimberly, man, I'm hoping you're still here. I feel like you'll, the 3, right? Triceratops. I feel like the number 3 about that is super important, and I'm seeing maiden mother crone, And I'm wondering if you are doing ancestral work or you're thinking about ancestral things in your line, in your family, going back 3 generations, 2 or 3 generations. And there's something about history that's really, really important for you now. It's really important for you now. And so, Dawn, okay, Sneaky Pete, thank you very much. Thank you. That's very kind. Ooh, Dawn's going to get their own way. I see that. All right, you see me rolling up my shirt sleeves, Dawn? I know. You have issued a challenge. Okay. Kim, I don't see you on here, so I'm going to move on really quick. I'm going to move on, but I hope you got that. If you didn't, I'm just not seeing you for whatever reason in the chat. Just know that there's something about the number 3. There's something about you showing your frills to attract attention. It doesn't have to be to mate or get romantic attention, but there is something about you like flaring out like, hey, look at me, look at me. And you should be doing that, okay? Oh, Kim is here? Okay, Tiffany, I didn't see her. Oh, no. Kim, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Okay, Kim, I'm going to hope that I'm going to hope when I ask this, it's okay. If it's not, I'm so sorry. I'll make it up to you. But can everybody just like take 2 seconds and just send love? Don't ask for a specific outcome. Don't put your will on anybody. Just send great love to her family. No wonder I'm getting this about ancestral work. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know, but I'm hoping you're getting this. So Kim, email me. And if you're there, meaning if you have a chance and you'll email me, I'll just copy paste what Triceratops means in the book and I'll send it to you. And that way you could read it on your phone and whatnot. But if everybody would please just send love, love will take care of everything. You don't have to direct it. You don't have to put your will on it. You don't have to ask for anything. You are love. So if you just send love, let it do the heavy work. Let it do the work that it knows that it needs to do based on their family's sacred contracts. I'll get into that in a different video. Okay. All right. Oh, Kim. Okay. So moving on. Y'all, I don't even know what's wrong with me today. I'm like so sensitive. I just want to cry for anybody that's hurting right today. Okay. Who am I kidding? I always want to do that. I just look tough. I'm not really. I'm a big piece of mush, as those who Amy Pittman will tell you. She's not tough. Okay. Kenny Snuggles. Oh, the boy should wanna. Okay. Kenny Snuggles, are you still hanging around? Kenny Snuggles. I know, water sign is showing. Kenny Snuggles, I hope you're still here. And so okay. Kenny Snuggles, I really hope you're still here because this is a really unusual message. But here's the other thing about this. I feel like this is for a bunch of y'all. Okay. So Kenny, I this is a day of first. I've never gotten this message from Phoenix. Never. When Phoenix comes in readings that I do, it's generally upright. I think maybe 3 or 4 times it's come inverted. Maybe this is like the 3rd or 4th time. But here's the thing. What Phoenix is telling me for you is this is not the time to burst into flames. This is not the time for death and rebirth. It's not. It will be. And you are going to want to do that. But today is not that day. It's like it's next week or 2 weeks from now. So what that means in practical terms is, Kenny Snuggles, if you've got a a huge epic change that you're considering making. That's kind of like a death and rebirth, whatever that is. You're going to change careers, you're going to change relationships, you're going to change something epic inside of yourself. It could even be paint your apartment. I mean, it could be anything. Today is not the day to implement that. It's the day to think about it. It's the day to plan for how you're going to go through your rebirth. But like the reading that was earlier about you're going to have more information revealed to you shortly that will completely alter, not only alter, thank you, Mystic. Thank you, Mystic, with the lipstick. That is very sweet. I really appreciate that. Just so you guys know, for any of you guys that donate or ever want to donate, half of what I get in donations on here, I always give to the animal charities. I keep a big fund, and every month well, it's not big, but you know, it's a fund. And I do my donations every month. Sorry, Kenny, I'm back in your energy. So you're going to get some information that's critical and crucial to whatever this death and rebirth thing, and I keep hearing it's like reemergence. And you're right. You're going to go through it. You're right to want to go through it. It's just that with this one extra piece of information, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much better than you know, so much better than you can possibly fathom, that this phoenix looks like a hummingbird, because there's not enough fire. There's not enough like rocket energy to the moon. There's just, you can't paint that. You can't draw that. You've got to feel that. And the other thing I am feeling for you is, if y'all have ever seen fire that was so hot it burned purple and blue and then went to white, all of the fire energy that you normally see behind a phoenix, which is orange and reds and all of that, and it might at the very tip, depending on the artist, go to white a little bit, that's not your fire. And so the fire that you're going to have, it'll start out like white or orange and red, but I keep seeing the color purple. It turns like this purple and then this like blue, and then it goes to the lighter shades of blue, and then it's white, like a brilliant white you've never seen, which leads me to wonder if you're working on your psychic ability, your mediumship ability, your third eye, your crown chakra area. And I feel like you are, and if you're not, there's still something about the color purple that's very important to you. And so, yeah, right, Lily, it does. It reminds me of the chakras, but what was interesting was it was inverted, whereas the purple would have been on the top for the crown chakra and then going out. The purple was on the bottom, and then it went to indigo, and then it got lighter and lighter. It was like this shade of light blue I've never seen before. It was gorgeous. And I'm not a light blue person. It's just not my thing. I'm a jewel tone person. But the white at the very tip was also a white that was so white it was almost clear, like the finest clear quartz crystal or diamond you've ever seen. So it was white, but it was clear, but it had all of the colors in it. It was very beautiful. So Kenny, I hope that means something to you. So Kimberly, I know you just oh, cheery. Okay, so Kimberly, I hope you heard that you are a dinosaur. You're not a dinosaur. Anyway, Kim, just very quickly, Triceratops came out for you, and I asked if you were doing something ancestral, working with ancestors, that kind of thing. And then, thank you, Kimberly Morgan. Thank you. And then, I got told, I don't know, a little while later, your dad is in ICU. I'm so sorry. But that would explain why Triceratops came out, and you're working with your ancestor, right? And so if you'll email me, Kimberly Lennon Ferrari, then I'll email you, because if you're sitting with your dad in the hospital, I'm fairly certain you don't have your arc with you. I will email you what the I will email you the meaning. Okay, and then Kenny Snuggles. And we I hope it was okay to ask Kimberly. I asked everybody to leave you to send love, just straight up love, no agenda, no pushing an agenda, no trying to insert will or ask questions, because love knows how to take care of everything. To send you and your family lots of love. So lots of love to you. I'm sending you such a big mama bear hug, like crazy mama bear hug. And I'm pretty strong. I was a farm girl, so I'm pretty strong. So I'm hugging the snot out of you, girl. Okay. And Kenny, I asked this morning from my guides for a clear sign because being psychic is not what you expected. Well, Kenny, and that's why they call it being psychic. I love my job because, listen, this is the thing, y'all. Anytime that I can encourage people to, which is really my mission in life, right? Certainly it's to help animals and humans are animals. But anytime I can encourage people or help you all get to where you're confident with your natural instincts, with your ESP, with your clairvoyance, with your psychic, with your mediumship, I'm on it, man. I'm down for that. You know why? Because at the end of the day, that empowers you in so many different ways. And that's my job in life, is to help people self-actualize and discover your own power and be able to have confidence in your own power. There you go. So that's why I do what I do. Okay. Let me see who's next. Okay. Listen, y'all, here's what I want you to do. I don't know that I'm going to get to everybody today that maybe has already left a review or is on this list, but I want to return the favor. You guys did me a favor. I want to return it. And so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow morning I'll go live again and we'll do this again tomorrow, because I want to be sure to get to everybody. Yeah, let me just do that. Let me just say I'll go live tomorrow for sure. And we'll keep this up because I want to get to everybody. Again, I don't want you to have left a review and you not get, what we agreed on. That's you guys will get to know me. I've got a thing about fairness and ethics that is, I should have been a police officer, honest to God, or a judge. Okay, so I'm going to Lordy B. Kenny, okay, going up. Joan Jurish, are you still here, Joan Jurish? I really hope so. Joan Jurish, I hope you're still here. Well, that's interesting. That's super interesting. Huh. So, Joan, these two cards came out for you. These two spirit totem and power animals. And it was like they were stuck together. I was like, what got my cards all gummy? If you guys saw me make a weird face, I couldn't get them apart. And so I know they're supposed to be for you. Okay, good. Hey, Joan. So what's interesting to me is anytime you've got a knight, like the Knight of Wands, which is what the fox is, right? Okay. They're all about forward movement. But bulls are about standing still. They don't move too quick. They barely move at all. And it always has to be considered that bull in the Western zodiac, it's a Western zodiac sign, but the ox is a Chinese zodiac sign, and their meaning and their symbolism doesn't too much differ. And I'm wondering, like, my body, I'm making myself sit still, but my body wants to do this. Move ahead, back up, move ahead, pull back, move ahead. And actually what I want to do is toss my head. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to bridle a horse that doesn't want to be bridled. They will flat give you a black eye if you don't watch yourself. No. And yes, I speak from personal experience. I can't tell you how many black eyes I had as a kid. And then I thought I was going to get smart one day and play rodeo girl and rope one of the bulls at one of my friends' farms. That went very badly. I'm so lucky to be alive. I did the dumbest stuff as a kid. I was just an old country girl. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was fun though. So I don't know what this move ahead, I'm pulling back, move ahead, I'm pulling back. I don't know what that's all about, but it's weird because the message that I'm getting for you is it's actually the place you need to be right now. It's almost like, oh, here's why, okay, this is, okay, here we go. Joan, this is what we've got. I'm like, that can't possibly be right. And I was right. I was seeing it wrong. Okay. There's some kind of tap dance you're being asked to do right now. It's a balance. It's a delicate balance. And it's like, for one side of it, I keep hearing the word appease. You have to appease the side that's pulling you forward by pulling back a little bit. I don't know if you're like in the middle of a negotiation or I don't know if it's been in the middle of a negotiation. But there's something where you're really being asked to do you've got to do that. You've got to do that tap dance back and forth and back and forth. However, I'm very, very drawn to the fox as a knight. Now, foxes are really well known for their trickery. And in the Native American culture, oh my gosh, they hold such a huge place in Native American animal symbolism and that kind of thing. And they're known as somewhat of a trickster. But when they are ready to be who they are, they're like a knight. And there's something about, I keep hearing the word honorable, honorable, honorable. And just because it's a knight card doesn't mean I'm going to hear that word for everybody. Oh, girl. Okay. Still trying to sell your house so you can move. Of course. Well, no wonder you're doing the back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Okay. But keep that delicate balance. But here's the thing. Again, I feel like there's something about honorability. And I don't think that's coming from you. I think it's coming, meaning I don't think you have to consider whether you're going to be honorable or not. I feel like there might be someone else involved who may not, I don't think they're like saying or doing anything like outright janky. But I feel like this person has, they can kind of like dip their toe over the line of ethical boundaries. Don't let them do that. Do not let them do that. Because what will happen is you're going to end up getting more money than you think if you stay on top of the ethical boundaries and make everybody around you toe the line. Okay, there you go. All right, I hope that was helpful. Okay. Tiffany K. Okay, it's going to be Tiffany K and then little c, big C. Somebody help me remember that. Tiffany K and then little c, big C. Little c, big C. I don't even need to pull a card for you, Tiffany. Your energy's around me all the time. You're stalking me, Tiffany. Energetically, you're stalking me. Tiffany K, are you seeing... You know I'm teasing you, honey. I love you to death. It's a good thing we don't live near each other. We would get in trouble. Tiffany, are you going through... Oh, Lily. Oh, okay. I didn't know, Lily. You got to be here somewhere. Hold on. Amy may not have seen it. Okay, so Amy Pod. I can't say your last name. Padinsky, Padcoat. I got nothing. So I'll do Tiffany K, little c, big C, and then I'll do Lily. I feel confident that I missed your message, or Amy missed your message, because you were one of the first people on this morning. So, okay, Tiffany K. I feel like you're super scattered all of a sudden, like all of a sudden your world exploded. Not in a bad way, but not in a bad way, but just like all of these options and all of these possibilities just went booyah right in your face. Chill. There's the Temperance card. That's manta ray. So first of all, this is a water animal. And so in my head, what's happening, I feel like I've had 9 cups of coffee already this morning, which I haven't had any. But I'm fitting to right after this live. I just feel like your mind is like, whee! Isn't that the most annoying sound ever? It'll start to grate on your nerves and make your teeth itch after a while. And that's what's happening. Your mind is going to start to itch. You're too in your head, and it's just, it's crazy. Don't do it. You got to stop. This is asking you to welcome to my world. Well, that's why they call it being psychic. Who knew? So I would say that you've got to start to seat in your emotions more. You're way too much in your head. The other thing is, and you know what, I should have said this, you guys, way at the beginning of this. I'm so sorry I didn't say that. If you are asking for a reading, or like you're like, hey, I want a reading, whether it's like in exchange for leaving a review, or it's just however I'm doing it that morning or that evening, because I want to announce again, I am looking for an evening that I can commit to doing weekly lives, because I literally have like hundreds of people that have inboxed me. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, okay. You've been really questioning. Anyway, what I'm saying is I'm going to tell you the real deal. I'll never tell you anything that's going to embarrass you. But I will tell you what's coming to me. And what I'm hearing for you, Tiffany, is you're having almost a crisis of faith. Like you're not really sure if there's really such a thing as angels, or there's really such a thing as spirit guides, or really such a this, or really such a that. There's something that you're just, something important, something deeply soulful that you're having, you're just going through a moment of like disbelief and doubt. Well, not really disbelief so much as doubting and asking for questions. And there's something in particular about angels, that's important to you just now. I'm trying to reconcile my religion with metaphysical. Okay, well, there you go. And that's why they call it being psychic. This is why I do readings. This is why other evidential people do readings. Okay, let me say this. This is why this is coming today. First of all, this is angel energy. Manta rays are called the angels of the sea and have been for centuries. That said, if you notice, what the artist and I did was put a galaxy, put a cosmos, put a portal through to the heavens right here on this flipper right here. Because when you talk about the Temperance card, if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot meanings of that card, it is an angel, and that's the depiction, is the angel is standing there, and then people are coming back to life and this and that. It's an amazing card. And so let me just say this. It is surrounded by blue, right? So let me just say this. The good news is when it's, dare I say, I know I'm going to get flambéed by someone for this, but I'm just going to say it. I'm not a teacher that's like, or a metaphysician or a reader that's like, this way is the gospel, because there's no such thing. Today we know what we know, and tomorrow when we know better, we do better. Maya Angelou said that. But we can't know what we don't know. And just the sheer amount of wisdom that's available to us, even in this mortal life, is no one can ever know all that. However, at this moment, I am convinced that psychic, mediumship, clairvoyance, mind reading, telepathy, whatever you want to call it, it has absolutely nothing to do with religion, with faith, With spirituality, the only faith that it has to do with is the faith that you are naturally hardwired as an electric being, as an energy, because that's all we are, is a big bunch of energy and electricity shoved in a meat suit, okay, on a big rock spinning around like a gajillion miles an hour. It has nothing to do with that. Now, what there is a fair amount of evidence to say is that when we associate faith with metaphysics or magic or any of that, it puts us in a different electrical current and a different brainwave state, which is the theta. And that creates an entirely different vibration, which makes it all in. There we go. We're back to science again. That's what I believe. I talk about faith because for me, as much as I know about the science of psi, which is what they call it, which is I'm an avid reader, an avid experiencer, an avid class taker, an webinar taker of anybody that is studying psychic things, remote viewing, consciousness, that kind of thing, because it's the being that we are. I talk about faith because it makes me feel good. I like to feel that way. And so that's why I do it. But I do not equate these abilities, metaphysics, with faith, religion, spirituality, because I do believe that spirituality, not religion, but spirituality, well, that's not fair to say. Even a religion is a spirituality of sorts. I believe that science will meet metaphysics at the right time, and it will all be provable scientifically. And when the whole world wakes up to how powerful we are with what we can accomplish, the world's going to be a very different place. A very different place. So there you go. I hope that is helpful. And I hope that's helpful to anybody else that is having trouble reconciling that in their mind. Okay. Little C, big C, you're next. Just so you guys know, when I take a sip of something to drink in between readings, I'm a triple water sign. It's my way of disconnecting from one energy and going into the other energy. When I'm not doing lives, I'll wash my hands and wash my wrists in between everything so that I can get it off. Because when I read, my hands heat up like my hands are having a personal summer or something. They always have. Okay, little C, big C. What's up? What's up, little C, big C? Because the Emperor, the bald eagle, has flown in for you today. That's no joke. So, when I step into your energy as regards this, what I'm being shown is there's something of some gravity, of some, of meaning that you are, you keep looking away from. And it's almost like you're making a joke of it because you're not ready or willing yet to face the gravity of the situation. And that doesn't mean negative. It just means that it's deeply important. And you're just not ready yet to face it. And so little C, big C, I gotta tell you, honey, it's almost like you don't want to step into, your own, not power, but authority. Like you don't want to be, that's it. You don't want to be an authoritarian at this moment. But you have to be, like, you've got to be the supreme ruler of this. And I keep seeing supreme ruler. Let me give you a for instance. I've owned my own business for 1,500 years. And I have always been uncomfortable with saying so-and-so works for me. Or this is my whatever. oh, I hate saying it. I've tried as hard as I could to find other terms. And I don't ever say to anybody that works with me, do this, do this, do this. Would you please? I can't tell you how many other business owners I've had look at me like, what are you doing? You're giving away your power. You don't ask someone to do that. That's what they're getting paid to do. Just give them the assignment. And I've gone on about my married business and done it the way that I wanted to. But there are times, unfortunately, where I gotta be mama bear. And I don't mince any words, and I'm not asking please, and I'm claiming my emperorship over my kingdom. That's that. You can either get right or get gone. It's not very often that I have to do that. I don't like doing it. It irks me. But that doesn't mean I'm afraid to do it. It doesn't mean I'm not capable of doing it at all. That's not a threat. I'm trying to be tough. What I'm saying for you, little C, big C, is I very deliberately chose my tone of voice. I very deliberately just chose my facial expressions, because those are the emotions that are coming to me. Hey, Stephen, Gary, Scary, whoever you are, I'm sending a swarm of black flies to you, and I can and I will. Stephen Scary, that's what I'm calling him. You're blocked, asshat. I didn't say that out loud, did I? So what I'm saying is, there's something about what's going on with you. You enough. You gotta be the big dog, and it won't last very long. You've got to do whatever this is. Stop trying to turn things into a joke. Stop trying to turn things, just get it done. And then you can go back to being however you want to be. But there is something like this. And in particular about eagle. And I just feel like eagles as a bird, and I also am seeing hawks. So even though eagle came out for you today, I'm seeing like red-tailed hawk and this kind of hawk and that kind of hawk. And one eagle. So I don't know if it's that you resonate with hawks more, or you resonate with eagles more, or whatever. I don't know. Oh, worker light. What a big fat liar, pants on fire. Worker light, I know you hear me because you're spamming my feed. I'm sending a swarm of black flies to you. You're creating really crappy karma. And here's my prediction for you. No joke. I'm not sending this to you. I'm not willing it to you. But worker light, in about a week or two, you're going to have some not very good news come to you. Remember this moment where you were trying to scam people. And remember this moment. You created it, just so you know. Bye. When will people come to understand karma? Anyway, okay. Little C, big C, let me tell you. Whatever this is, it's going to go so well for you. I can't even begin to tell you. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Little C, big C. Wait, who did I forget? Who did I say was going to be next? Lily Podinsky. Pot up. I got nothing. My beloved Lily, you're next. Okay. All right, so we did Tiffany, little C, big C, Lily, and then Brittany. I just don't know which Brittany it is. Oh, there's a lot of Brittany's. Oh my God, Rita Wada Wada Wabu, sorry, you're the same thing. God, the karma for you people is just, I don't know why you do it. Well, I don't even know why you want to do it. Nobody really cares about the karma. It's, yeah, Afros, because I'm going to jump right on that. I'm going to stop everything I'm doing, and I'm going to give you a career reading for the next 3 months. We're done here. Manners matter. Okay. So you shouldn't be scared. All right, hold on. I'm stepping into your energy. Lily. here's the thing. Here's why I'm laughing. The only thing you're lily pad. The only thing this has to do with you are literally two things. So fancy, these are called fancy chickens. I know they have some other kind of name, but I call them fancy chickens. And they crack me up because I spent a lot of time around chickens as a kid. Well, really into adulthood. And all kinds of different chickens, like Rhode Island Reds or Bantams or, you know, Red Rocks or whatever. They all have different personalities. They're not just all chickens and roosters. They really have personalities. It's like a Dalmatian has a intrinsically different personality than a Rhodesian Ridgeback or a St. Bernard or a Chihuahua or whatever. And fancy chickens, let me tell you something, they are attitudinal. They know they're fancy. And only Bantam roosters strut around more than they do. And they don't even really almost strut. It's almost like every time I see one of them, they're gliding down Fifth Avenue, you know, in all of their finery. And they really are like, ugh. They really are like, ugh, to other chickens. It's crazy. So when we were in Kansas just last week or whatever, I want to take a chick home from Poland. Aww. And so right. And actually that's what's going on, Lily, is you've got to find your fancy. And what that means is this. Anyway, when we were in Kansas, they got a lot of chickens, and they sell eggs and they do all that. And this old boy who has his chicken, he just loves his chickens. And everybody in the family's got a big old, thing of chickens. And he's known as the chicken guy. So people that don't want their chickens anymore, they just come dump them off at their farm, or they call him and go, hey, I got whatever. Anyway, this guy amasses chickens like other people amass cats and that kind of thing. So fortunately they have a lot of land, so he's not a hoarder. He can just build more fences and, more pens. And he calls them his ladies. It's hilarious. So when he lets the chickens out at night and they go pick the grubs and all this, and they're in a really pretty big pen, but then he lets them kind of like roam around because they don't ever go farther than like where they can see their pen. And then when he calls them, there's like 200 chickens that'll just come when he calls them. Again, I have video. I have been foreboding to put this video up. They don't want their faces on social media, but it's the craziest thing. It's like calling a pack of dogs or a herd of, it's crazy. Anyway, so what I really truly am feeling about you is I do, in all seriousness, I really do keep seeing the egg. And I keep feeling like you haven't laid your egg yet. You haven't laid your egg yet, but you're really being called to lay your egg, but you are being called to be fancy. You've got this thing about you that doesn't, I don't know if it's that you don't, maybe it's about the divine feminine. Maybe you don't feel pretty. Maybe you don't feel attractive. Maybe you don't feel elegant. Like, y'all, let me tell you something. I'm a bull in a china shop. When we were doing all the cooking and stuff when we were in Kansas, because it was a family reunion and there were like 1,000 jillion people there. So, of course, my sister and I jumped in and we're like cooking. And I broke their mom who passed away a few years, her beloved sacred slap chopper. You ever heard of a slap chopper? I didn't either, because when I do rarely cook, I use electronic stuff. I said, wham! And that thing said, crack. And then I broke one of their mom's little blown glass angels. I just had to stop. I just had to because I'm a bull in a china shop. There's nothing really so elegant about me ever, but there is something very elegant about you, and you don't see that. And so it's almost like an Audrey Hepburn-y kind of thing. Or a Katharine Hepburn. There's a fragility and an elegance and just an etherealness, and you've got to lean into that. You've got to start carrying yourself. I'm not saying to be egotistical. I'm not saying to be snotty. I'm just saying that fancy chickens know they're fancy. I know I'm funny, so I do funny. I do what I know. I do what I can, and all of us do. Except for when we're wrong. What that means is we do what we think we know or what we think we are. And it just may be a cover up. It may be a mask because we're not confident enough to be ourselves. True story. I'm only funny because that was the only way I could figure out not to be a complete social outcast, because I was a complete social outcast as a kid. No joke. I couldn't be myself. Oversensitive, snappy, nasty temper because I was triple Scorpio. I didn't know what was going on. I just kept getting told you're too sensitive and you're too mean. Well, okay. All right. And I was terribly shy. I mean, you talk about no confidence. None. Until I figured out I could make people laugh. That was it. I never looked back. So I'm not saying for you to be me, and I'm not saying this is about being what I'm being. My experience is not your experience, but it is an example of, yeah, Brittany, exactly. Fancy schmancy. Okay. So I hope that's helpful, but it is a, oh, and I want to say the egg too. I just keep seeing these eggs. Now, what's interesting is, regular sized chickens lay regular eggs, but the eggs I keep seeing look more like quail eggs, very tiny, very, and little eggs like that can be lots of different colors. And so I feel like you should really be looking into the cosmic egg and everything that eggs symbolize, because that's going to be very helpful to you. All right. I hope that was good, Lily Pad. My fancy chicken. I love it. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Brittany. It's just Brittany. So I don't know. I don't know which Brittany, but it's, Amy texted me just Brittany. And then I saw a just named Brittany, nothing else appear a little bit. Man, I hope this is for you. I hope it is. Oh, little C, big C. I see Hawks daily. That's why they call it being psychic. Hey, little C, big C. I hope you heard your reading, because, the Hawks, there's one eagle and a bunch of hawks. Okay. It always is. Okay. Laughing my ass off. So right on point. Oh, good. I'm so glad I'm right on point. Yay. Lily, do you want me to send a swarm of black flies to the people that hurt you? I will gladly do that. It would be my pleasure. Okay. At Brittany is the one. All right. At Brittany. Wow. At Brittany. Yeah, it's you. Probably me. It's you. Holy cow. I started to step into your energy. Yeah, but I could be that karma, Lily. Okay. Brittany, I started to step into your energy, and it was like I turned from Lily Pad's energy of like Katharine Hepburn, Audrey Hepburn, into Lagatha from the Vikings. I don't know if you've seen the show The Vikings. It got totally crappy in the like the third or fourth season, but the first few seasons were wow. But there's something very warrior goddess about you that is, I don't know if you know this about yourself. I think you do. I just don't think you know how far you can take it. And what that means is, what that means is, it's almost like you've kept yourself at a certain level of things, of what you want to achieve in your life. I don't know if it's that you don't believe that you can achieve things that you dream about, or you think mistakenly they're not meant for you, or what it is, but there's a call for you to take a big journey, not a leap. I started to say I started to say leap, it got stuck in my mouth, and I was told, no, tell her journey. This could be very literal. You could be moving. You could be going on vacation. You could be shifting from one career, one relationship, whatever. I don't know what this is, Brittany, but there's something. It's like the hero's journey. Brittany, I don't know if you know about Joseph Campbell's hero's journey story, but if you don't, I would really invite you to read it. It's like this quest that you're supposed to be on, and it's going to go so much quicker and easier than you thought. It's like, it's no joke. So, yeah, I would really, really encourage you. Now, the card that came out for you is Firefly, which is just nuts because it's the Six of Wands. And there is something so, I mean, certainly it's magical. You know, who doesn't see, you know, when you look into the woods and you see all the little flashes of light, blah, blah, blah. That said, so of course this card, and even if you look at the traditional tarot card meanings for the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot for the Six of Wands, which card it is, it's your moment of glory. It's your time to shine. And it is that, and that's going to go in accordance with your journey and your warrior goddess energy. But here's what I will say about that. I read a statistic just a few weeks back. It really hurt my heart that over 80%, because of pesticides and this and that, over 80% of the lightning bug firefly population in the United States has been wiped out. They are truly, truly critically endangered. And you will only see them in spots that don't, I won't even go into it, but I feel like, I just feel like it is, I don't think you're in danger of being endangered. I just think that you are being called while you're stepping out into the light, and while you're stepping out to claim your glory, and while you're going on this, this could be as literal as watch what you eat. This could be as literal as, do you have allergies that you need to pay attention to? Or this could be as literal as just keep your eyes open for people that would harm you knowingly. Because I got to tell you, farmers that use pesticides like that, they know what they're doing. They've always known what they're doing. They didn't care, or they didn't believe, or they didn't whatever. And now it is what it is. Bees are where they're at. Dragonflies are where they're at. Lightning bugs. That's a whole thing. But even as serious as that sounds, your warrior goddess energy is going to protect you. You're going to come out smelling like a rose on the other end of this journey. And I hope you'll come back and you'll tell us all about it. So here's the story, y'all. I am going to, instead of doing like a regular daily reading tomorrow, I'll go live tomorrow at 9, and Amy, keep me in good stead, please, with a list of people that left the reviews, because I don't think I got to everybody. Hold on, in text I still have oh my god, I've gotten 75 texts. Nope, I got it. All right, I got everybody you sent me, but I feel confident there are more people. Brittany, was that helpful? Did that make any kind of sense to you? God, I hope so. I really hope so. Okay, so, I will be live again tomorrow at 9. I will get to the people that left, a review. Dawn, I'm respectfully requesting that you change, that you put Yoda in your profile picture, please. And so I can tell people that Yoda makes an appearance at my lives. Oh, thank God, Brittany. I'm so happy. Lordy be, I'm glad that helped you. It was a very deeply powerful message, just super unusual. So, Dawn, he is, or she is. Dawn, I'm just going to say Dawn, it is. Nobody knows you. You're like the big enigma of all time. I love that. There was a couple in poetry. I don't remember their names, but they had a, I'm not suggesting we're having a love affair, Dawn, or that you're having a love affair with anybody here. I'm not suggesting that. But they had a love affair through their communication for like 50 years and never met. They decided that it was too beautiful and too wonderful the way it was to ever spoil it by meeting. I don't remember who they were. Somebody out there will know. Probably Dawn will know. All right, you guys. I love you very much. I'm going to leave the chat open for a while. And then I'll be on again tomorrow live, and we'll do the dance. And then Friday I'll be on live again, and I won't mess it up this time. I swear that the dates and everything will be right. So do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild.